FeatherLike turned 4 on August 24th, and we have a selection of some of our best parkour tricks from our videos over the past 4 years. Presenting FeatherLike's Best of 4 Years. First, here's a one-man parkour trick. The Hornet Thunder shoots and jumps, bounces, and slides. Another shot is added into the mix, and voila, smooth landing. In this trick, with the help of several magnum shots, a wasp hammer and a wasp thunder are simultaneously lifted into the air in harmony. And with a well-timed tap from the wasp hammer, the wasp thunder is on its way to achieve greatness. And in this next OMP, the Wasp Thunder parkourist casually shoots the base of a ramp, blasting him through the air. He then strikes a wall, spins around in midair, and bounces off a building, flipping to land gracefully on the target building. Here, a Wasp Thunder boosted by the impact from another Thunder shot jumps onto a Hopper Magnum in midair. With a Magnum shot and the subsequent explosion with the help of the blaster drone, the jumper flies and lands beautifully on its tracks on the target. And as for this one, I will just let the video speak for itself.
This trick's requirements are quite simple.
Yes, you only need 4 players. 2 of them will play a key supported role and should be equipped with Wasp and Magnum with reinforced gun carriage. 1 player should have Wasp and lightweight construction, or alternatively MK1 Wasp, and Ricochet with plasma torch along with lifeguard if needed. And finally, the last player should be equipped with Hornet and heavyweight construction, and any turret along with Crisis.
Ready to set up by having a Hornet Thunder stand in front of a ramp facing the house, while a Wasp Ricochet flips on a ramp near its front edge in line with the Hornet. The 2 Wasp Magnums stand near the other Wasp facing each other's backs. The Hornet then begins by driving towards the flipped Wasp, pushing it while the 2 Magnums shoot at 90 degrees with no power shot.
The impact from the shells combined with the Wasp Ricochet shooting below allows the Hornet just to get above and successfully land on the target.
Next, we have another OMP, but using the super rare B0NK turret. Speeding with Crisis, the parkourist times the shot perfectly to bounce multiple times and land on the target. In this one, the Wasp Thunder shoots, and before hitting the ground, continuously gets further boosted by several Gausses to the target. And in this simple yet creative trick, the Wasp Striker aims to shoot a barrage of missiles at the Mammoth Magnum, causing it to flip itself and fly up like a rocket, as the Magnum's aid pushes it towards the target to make a successful landing. And for this one, I'm just gonna let the video speak for itself.
The jumper or Wasp Thunder vigorously accelerates backwards to start the so-called fun in the run, while the Dictator smokes just back, then forth and almost falls off the bridge to shoot a shot that simultaneously hits, lifts, and pulls the jumper onto it as it shoots one down, also allowing the Dictator to stop the jumper from flipping horizontally on it, punch in another shot, and let the Wasp deliver one in return.
And now, we have another parkour trick to check in this same guide video. Let's see what it explains.
For this guide's last trick, we head over to Tribute. There, as they carry out the trick, a jumper wasp pushes back an inclined wasp that has been leaning towards its back away from 2 magically summoned Magnum Dictator Phantoms until it makes a shot, allowing itself to instantly fire down. Let the Phantoms spawn in and launch their Fury Magnum shells together to blast the jumper onto the top of the desired building. What a wonderful flight! Provided the timing is correct, it will all work out fantastically.
In this trick, a Wasp Magnum and a Wasp's Thunder are carried atop a Hornet Hammer. After placing some mines to make one end of the Hornet get lifted up, the 2 jumpers quickly try to throw themselves onto 2 target buildings, one for each, together with the help of everyone's shots. Here in this tandem trick, the Wasp Hammer falls forward and shoots to bounce and flip itself into position. As the Wasp Ricochet starts coming forward, the hammer fires, sending the Wasp Ricochet flying to land on the building. Here, a Wasp Magnum, after shooting 2 calculated shots that will both land at almost the same time, combines both shots with a 3rd shot after taking off, and gets boosted a solid distance away and onto the house. And this next trick may look simple, but it's quite difficult to execute. All 4 Dictator ricochets manage to land on the target building with the help of the Hornet Magnum in the center. And now another trick in this same video. We have a weird yet cool looking W setup. Shots from the railguns and a boost with thunder propels the jumper into the air for a nice drop onto the target building. In this trick, for the Masters of Parkour 2020 contest, Adab Online drives backwards through the ghost tanks of Hazit and Jay. When their 2 tanks spawn in, they are immediately blasted by some mines. With some shot support, Hazit makes it cleanly onto the building. And again, in a trick from the same video, Adab Online pushes Hazit and Jay, nudging them into the right position to launch the jumper onto the target building. With the help of some thunder shots and Jay's blaster drone, Hazit gets on top of the building. Here, Royal Blood YT drives his Wasp Thunder backwards onto Vivanu with Hornet Thunder. Vivanu shoots, lifting Royal Blood YT over 2 Dictator hammers operated by Raga and Rolex. Timing their shots perfectly, they launch the jumper onto the target building, Krasata. And now, 2 Viking ricochets each shoot one of the 2 Wasp hammers, lifting both into position to execute the trick. The jumper shoots the ground and takes off. It is then further boosted onto the target building with the following shots from the other hammer and the railgun. This tandem trick features a Wasp hammer shooting a Wasp Thunder, trying to throw the Wasp Thunder into the air as it immediately shoots and guides itself to the target building. Looks simple, but this one is definitely not a piece of cake. In this one, 2 Titan Magnums operated by Adab Online and Abad Online lie flipped while a Wasp railgun driven by Goldie stands above a building as shown. A Wasp ricochet, Hazit drives at the Titans and flips over on them and shoots, allowing the Titan Magnums to shoot and boost the Wasp ricochet into flight. With skillful use of ricochet and some supporting shots from Goldie's railgun, Hazit somehow lands almost magically at a building very far away. In this parkour trick, a Wasp Thunder drives backwards onto a Viking Smokey propped up against a building. Together with everyone's shots, including a Hornet Smokey standing at the opposite side, the Wasp Thunder manages to land swiftly on the target building. Once ready, Only God Can Judge Me aims at Tracer to shoot a barrage of striker rockets. Happier and Mr. Agor do the same, but with Gausses, and together with the help of some mines and Tracer's hammer shots, the jumper lands successfully on the target. Now we see Vivanu's Wasp Ricochet resting on Raga's Wasp Magnum, while Chiragdon with Wasp Ricochet drives backwards over Adab Online's Mammoth Striker, positioned as a ramp. The Striker launches a salvo at the Wasp Magnum, who manages to fire off a shot right before getting destroyed. The resulting blast successfully lands both jumpers on their respective target buildings. So yeah, those were our 24 best parkour tricks selected from our 4-year journey. We look forward to performing even better in everything we do as we move into the future. We hope you enjoyed this video. Stay feathery.